I could potentially be live right now. It could be the case that I'm live streaming. Wait. I should have thought this through. Now I gotta use my phone to turn the lights back on. I like just woke up if you can't tell. Let's go to the classic pink. Let's take a look here. Hello, test. Okay. So what are we doing today? Well, you may remember in the last stream. You may remember in the last stream. Oh my god, don't do that. Don't do this, Hyperland. Don't. I want you, you're on the bottom, right? You go on the bottom. I don't know why you don't like just going on the bottom. You always want to be sideways for some reason. Yes, like that. Perfect. What is this page? Like what the hell? Like why am I logged out? Tell me why I'm logged out. Like, what is this? Like, I don't care about pretty much any of this. I haven't watched this guy in years. Who's this beautiful guy? Why does it say I already watched it? This. Oh, now I'm logged. Okay, you know what? Oh, I just spilled coffee everywhere. Look at this goat. Look at this goated individual right here. Look at this goated individual. Okay, whatever. What are we doing? So we're on the journey to go to the world border in modern Minecraft. You can see here the past few videos have been about making a nether, the ship called the Nether Star, a fleet of ships to go to the world border through the nether. Or sorry, the nether world border, not the overworld one. We're already at the overworld one. So how are we going to do that? Well, my first thought was to have a fleet of ships with LiDAR scanners on them. They'd use their LiDAR scanners to find a path forward at runtime, in real time. But I then had an idea that pertained to one of my old streams, and I actually want to see if I can find it. I'm live, so I have plenty of time to find this. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's in one of the old World Border streams. I stood up and said what my plan was. Let's go ahead and see if we can find it. When I stood up and walked around while I was talking about it. This might take me a minute because there's obviously a lot of streams. It's not this one. I want to say, let's try 5. I have a good feeling about 5. Fart butt cheek. What is this guy doing? I really want to find it because I think it would be a good callback. Which one do we think? Is it 15? It could be. $14. just feels a whole lot quicker. I love when that happens. Jesus Christ. Is this it? I know I talked about it at some point. Sorry that it's so loud. Oh my god. I am skeptical of a few things, which I'll talk about in a minute, but let's go ahead and stop the ship. You guys know the drill on that. I love when that happens. Jesus Christ. So I'm skeptical of this ETE time. I know it's correct to an extent. I don't know what extent though, because it's starting to feel inaccurate. I feel like we are probably going to get there quicker than it says. I was wrong. I forgot to mute the audio. What? So the audio of this long as stream my friend made was just playing the entire time. Okay, I really, okay, I need to focus. I need to find this because I actually think this can help with my point a lot. Should we do 8? Oh, 7. That's the one where I fell down. I fell off the ship and I had to build my way back up. That was cool. Okay, let's try. I know one of these I did. Let's try this one. Hello, 5th stream. But if you're not, welcome. So quick explaining the images. Every hour that I'm awake. For good time call, Jeffrey E. Epstein. Beautiful. Friends have tasked me with adding a new image to the screen. That's gonna be happening in this challenge too. As you see, are inside jokes and stuff you probably won't understand, so don't try too hard. A lot of the people, if you don't recognize them, Terry Davis. How did I not recognize Terry Davis? Can you hurry up? The MSS Matthew. Yeah, we know this, Pat. We know this part. That'll be explained in the video. My child doing exactly what it was born to do. So I had this system called the Matthew warning, and what happened, it was just a Python, I think it was literally a Python script. It would detect, it would like, there was like, it would look at this pixel right here, and it would keep looking at it, and if it ever turned black for too long, meaning we're unloaded chunks, it would pause the game for a few seconds and unpause it. That was its only purpose. It worked really well. You know, the best solution to a problem is usually the easiest one. I'm also going to be lowering the FOV so you guys. I actually have an idea. We have the subtitles, so I could just search the subtitles for the Nether. Search for Nether. Okay, we'll find. Yeah, okay, so it is searching that. So it's not there. We didn't talk about the Nether. I want to find this. It'll help me explain my point if I can find it. So I'm gonna keep looking for it. Let's try 7. This is the one where we fell off the airship, I think. Let me see what happened. Yeah, look at this. We fell off I fell off the airship, and so I had to like I don't remember if I loaded a backup or if I literally just built up. I think I loaded a backup. I'm pretty sure I loaded a backup because something happened. I don't exactly remember. I think the ship like disappeared. Like I accidentally deleted the ship and I had to load a backup. Okay, Nether. Net. Her. Yes. So it's not number 7. It might have been truncated because YouTube keeps it at 12 hours. Let's try number 3. You thought we were actually doing something in this stream? Nether. Nope, not in this one either. Okay, let's try number 2. Could even be number 1. Not even once. Not even one time. Okay. Let's do number 12. I'm glad YouTube subtitles all the videos. It's super helpful. Nether. No. Didn't even say the word. I could just like download all of the subtitles and just grep for it. I'm just so much of a Linux Chad. Okay, I'm not doing that. I think I already checked number 13. Does it even subtitle the word nether? That would be interesting. Here, I actually have an idea to test out. Go to my last stream. Oh fuck! Yeah, so it is nether. It did transcribe it to nether. So we are looking actually like literally for the word nether. Let's do 11. Though it was capitalized. I'm not sure if that is important. I don't think it is. I don't think the search is cast sensitive. Yes! 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 This is it. It was stream. Which one is this? Hold on. Let's go here. Okay, hold on. It was stream 11. Okay, alright. Alright, so guys. Okay, let's go ahead and look for it. Fucking dumbass, and I was streaming the same stream. Yeah, it goes straight from 8 to 10. Okay, yeah, so I meant to start a new stream, but I didn't, so the last 9 hours of the stream were lost. Aww. That's great. Love that. You didn't miss much, I'll be honest. You didn't miss anything, actually. At all. So, here we are. Damn. We are at 18,955,000. Unbelievably goddamn close. It is so hard to put into perspective how far we've gone, and like, listen, I found, I don't know, I think it's called the sunken cost fallacy. The human brain. Dude, I was yapping about the human brain and the fucking human spirit for so long. But it's, for us, this is super helpful because it feels like just recently I reached 10 million. And so fucking close. Snow. And I'm just doing some Minecraft stuff for so long. Dave. Turn up your guide. Here it is. Pay attention. This is it. I'm trying to load this up. I'm gonna put it in the comments. 6 hours. 202. If we can actually find where they logged that out, we can make another transportation. And then after that, after my little crate base, it's going to be time to start construction of phase 2 of this project. That's right. There's 3. I'm gonna start recording. Sorry. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna turn off the music just so you can hear it. And switch to that. There's 3 phases of this project. Phase 1 is what we're in right now, and this is the video that's gonna be uploaded.
the channel first. They're going 30 million blocks in the overworld in the Valkyrian Sky ship. As it currently stands, as far as I know, I am the farthest person to travel from 0-0 in Valkyrian Skies.
I think that record still holds. I don't think anyone has done what I've done since. And I am certain no one is going to do what I'm doing with the Nether.
As it currently stands. I've traveled further than anyone has ever before in Valkyrian Skies. As far
One of the farthest in all of Minecraft too, did I mention?
as I know. I could be wrong on that. When I reach the world border, I will be the farthest anyone has traveled. I'm pretty confident in that. I couldn't find any other example. In recorded,
I looked everywhere.
in recorded history, okay? Almost literally there. But yeah. That's
I
phase
talked about
one
the Nether.
of the 3-phase project. My goal is to reach
There's 3 phases, not just 2. I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything. You know, I might be under some sort of non-disclosure agreement.
the world border in all 3 dimensions.
I just
The
said it.
overworld is
Okay.
what we're doing obviously right now. The Nether might be the next, but I think the Nether might actually be the last one.
No, there's the next one.
Then
Future Oliver. Hey Oliver, it's me. 5 months later, it's the Nether. We're doing the Nether.
finally last.
Dude, that would be so cool if like this whole world lasted like a year. Like 5 months in, I do the Nether, and then like at the very end of this year, I did the end. This would be like one of my longest worlds in like time then.
But not least, the end. It's actually probably gonna go overworld, then the end, then the Nether.
Nope, it went to the Nether. Well, I went straight for the Nether.
The reason
Couldn't
for that
resist.
is the end is actually probably going to be the easiest.
For real.
Sure, construction might be a little difficult. Like building that far out is not going to be the easiest thing. But once the ship's going, it's going. And in the end, chunks, as far as I'm aware, trunk generation in the end is significantly faster, meaning we can really crank up the speed of the end ship. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to call that ship. So we use significantly less. And then finally, the Nether. The Nether is the final boss.
I guess at the time I thought that the Nether was the last one I was doing, but change of plans. The end is the last one. That's going to be the one away in the future. The Nether is what we're doing right now. The end is going to be the easiest. We just build a ship, crank up the speed, and aim at the border. It's going to be super simple. But the Nether, that's not so much.
Because I want to go to the world border in the Nether without using the
Nether. Why am I stuttering? I'm trying to like repeat what I'm saying, but I can't because this fat as a stutter.
without using the Nether roof, which sounds just completely impossible.
It
But I
is.
have a completely outlandish, probably impossible plan on doing it. But that's what life's all about, you know, doing things
So
that are
real,
probably
Oliver.
impossible. What I'm doing right now is not impossible. Many have been to the world border before, but definitely push.
I think I won't be the first person to go to the Nether world border through the terrain, but I'll be one of the first.
Pushing the limit. Like I'm definitely I'm breaking some ground here. Everything's a block offset for some reason.
Look, you see everything is a block offset. It's because of floating point precision issues. With Create Mod, if you disable flywheel, then it goes away. Maybe Create by default uses doubles. I don't know.
God only knows what the hell's happening right now. But my plan, if in case you're wondering, I talked about more in like I think the last stream. My plan to reach the
Oh, that's
world border in the Nether is to reverse engineer the de-suffocated terrain generation code for 1.20.1, which is the same as 1.21.1. Or sorry, other way around. I think it's 1.21.11. The code was.
I don't know why I said that. I just went straight for 1.20.1. But yeah, you can see here, the gist of it is my original plan from the beginning, before the overworld ship even reached the border, before the MSS Matthews mission, the first mission ever completed. My first idea was this. It was to do this. My first plan, hey, what if I went to the other world border too? And what if the way I did that was through de-suffocating Minecraft source code? Then I had the LiDAR idea way in the future, like recently, like less than a month ago. And then I started thinking, hey, I know I said this idea was stupid, like de-suffocating the whole source code. Like, yeah, but why is it dumb? And I think I've come to a profound realization. It isn't. This is not the Minecraft source code. This is Minecraft source code. What you're looking at is the multinoise util.java file. But more than that, if we go to Draw.io, this is a map of Minecraft. A lot of things are missing here, but mainly what we're focused on is here. The Perlin noise sampler, the octave noise sampler, the double Perlin noise sampler, the density functions. These are what make Minecraft Minecraft. These are what randomize everything. Theoretically, if you were able to take all of this data, all of this Java code, and perfectly replicate it in another programming language, you would have the exact same result. You could generate the Nether block for block. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I have them done. This is the double Perlin noise sampler. This is the octave Perlin noise sampler. This is the Perlin noise sampler. This is the Zoroshiro random number generator. And you will see, I have the seed set to 1, 2, 3 as a string. Octave is set to -10. Amplitude is currently just set to -20. And we're sampling 10, 10, 10. The result I get, -7.1. -7.21. If we go to here, and we do the exact same thing, we can see here, I have this mod that I made to let me do that. Random is 1, 2, 3 as a string. Offset -10, it's a -20, 10, 10, 10. Same thing. We go ahead and run it. You may have seen it if you have a good eye. But where is it? -7.21. We got the exact same result. So Java and my Rust code, which by the way, better language, are currently perfectly synchronized. Perfectly synchronized. That is great. That's great. I like that. So what now? Like, well, the next step we have to go is one above the double Perlin noise samplers, and it just, there's a double Perlin noise samplers is like sort of the end of where the linear chain of the Perlin noise. And the next thing are the density functions, but also there's like this interpolating noise sampler. We are not going to worry about that right now. We're just trying to do biomes. I'm just trying to get biomes. That's the goal of today, is to be able to accurately predict the location of a biome. So that's what we're doing right now. We need to reverse engineer exactly how the biomes are found. So if we go here, this is the multi-noise hypercube. We talked about this last time. There is 7 different numbers from Perlin noise that are used with Pythagorean distance to calculate the biome that we're in. If you don't understand, then we can watch the last stream, or you can just wait for the video. But there's a problem. So if we go here, there's this function that calculates fitness. It takes in a sampler, and it uses that to sample each location to find it. So how does the sampler work? It has all of the parameters. These are all density functions. Can't resolve a simple density function. What? What do you mean you can't resolve simple density function? Or biome chords. You were able to do it yesterday. Do I have to like refresh Gradle? Here, maybe I opened it in the wrong folder. Huh? It was literally working yesterday. It had everything linked up yesterday. You should exist. See, here it is. Block pause. How are you unresolved? You're right here. Whoa, what the hell? Like, literally yesterday, I had a full view of literally every... Let me just restart it. Maybe it's just acting up. What the hell? Why is it deciding not to work? It literally worked perfectly fine yesterday. Literally, like, this was working perfectly fine for me yesterday. Now it works, so I just opened it differently and okay, you know what? I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. So here's this function. Let's go back where we were. Calculate fitness, and to get this, it needs a sampler to sample. So how does the sampler work? Well, it takes in all this data and it converts them to biome chords. It's just a simple division. And then it creates an unblended noise position, which is just a holder for a vector 3. And then it creates the noise value, all of these samplers, but it samples it at that point. So what it's doing is it's sampling each of the noise functions. But that's just the problem. What are the noise functions? We need to know, or the density functions. What are these? Density function is just like anything that gets an X, Y, and Z and gives you anything else. We have to figure out what these are for the nether. So we have some hints. If we go here to nether, what was it? Nether settings, I believe it was. No. Temp data? No. Maybe it was multi-noise? No. Unblended? No. Seed entrance? No. Which one of these was it? Nether density? Yes. Yes, okay, so temperature, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one is, we have temperature. After that, it's vegetation. Then the fifth one, 3 from the bottom, is final density. And these make up the nether. Right, so the noise router needs the density functions for these. What are the density functions for these? Well, density function 3, which we can rename, let's go ahead and rename this to temp noise. Okay, density function 4, let's call this vegetation noise. And what we do is we take entry holder, density function lookup, shift X. This returns us a density function. Same with shift Z. We then do shifted noise from the two density functions. For temperature here and vegetation here. If you look at the nether one, create nether noise router, and it does apply cave slides, where it does base 3D nether noise. There's some other stuff that we don't need to worry about immediately. Okay. Do I need to turn my AC on? It is so hot. I'm not realizing it looks like I'll wear the same clothes every stream. That's coincidental. I have like 2 pairs of clothes that I go through, and I'm always wearing this one. I like it better. Okay. So we have to go to that noise router. But we have to figure out where that data actually makes it to it. So we have to call what's calling multi-noise util from the nether. So it's going to be calling create hypercube. Or it's going to be creating the sampler. So who's actually creating the sampler? Right, who's creating you? We have populate biomes. We want it from... Maybe we should take a look at this. Populate biomes, biome supplier, multi-noise sampler. We get our position. We get the biome towards height limit view. Not sure what that is. Then we populate biomes for the chunk section. A palleted container. What the hell? Whoever calls this needs to have the sampler. Sampler comes from here. Who's calling you? Why is there 2? Like, which one are you? Let's do no bomb command, don't care. Wrapper, proto chunk, probably not. Chunk generator. Completable future. That's like a thing in the future. Supply sync, Intel debugger, init biomes. Okay, chunk to popular biomes. Noise config.get multi-noise sampler. Okay. Return this.noise sampler. And this is noise config. So this is like the thing. This is the thing. So we need the noise sampler. And where do we get the noise sampler? What is the sampler? Goes in with my sampler, this.noise router.temperature.apply density function movement. Okay, what is the noise router in this case? Noise router contains a bunch of density functions, and it serializes them. It applies a visitor to all of these. Okay, but who's making the noise router? This is the problem. Who makes the noise router? What is the nether noise router? Right. So this is what we're doing here. Right. So so this is how it ties in. So this creates a noise router which goes to the config. The config then pulls that to apply visitor data to it. Right. Okay. All right. Okay, so first we have to figure out what is this entry holder doing? What does it do? It returns a density function with a lookup to a density function registerable. And it looks through this get a throw key. Okay, what is this? What is a density function registerable? This dot optional get optional or else throw. What is get optional? It depends. It depends. It always depends. Why does it always depend? Oh my god, there's so many implementations. Simple registry, create registry, in registry, to wrapper, in simple wrapper. I just want to know how this works, okay? Get optional. Extends the registry reference. Okay, we get optional, right? Get or throw. This dot registry. So what is the registry? So they're in a JSON file?
Where are they stored? So we have X shift, for example. If we go, okay, if we find it. We have to figure out. So we're entry holder density function lookup. Okay, from what I understand, we are looking up data from a serialized state. We need to find that data. Where is it serialized? It's Shift X. This is what we're searching. This is the key. Density functions is defined here. Register key density is of. What does of mean here? Density function, new identifier. So this is just a keyword to just. So Shift X is what is the actual. Is what it's actually stored as, right? Okay. So we need to find it. We need to find this data. So, oof. Jump scare. I think we need to actually look at the jar. A different version of the jar. Like the actual, like I genuinely like going to CurseForge and like just opening it up. So if we go here, instances, let's just open the one that we actually have. No, it's going to be in install Java. No, it's in install, I want to say versions? 1.20.1. Here it is. Here's the jar file. Where's this JSON represent? Okay, so just some CurseForge stuff. Okay, let's copy the jar file. Java, we'll do raw jar. Paste you in here, open here, extract to here. Where is it? Thunar will not close. I don't know what that was. Here it is. So this is Minecraft. It's in data. Minecraft. We're looking for anything to do world gem. Density function. Multi-noise biome source parameter list. So we have a bunch of stuff that we need. Let's go ahead and look at the density functions. We only care. I think they're in the nether with base 3D noise. That's interesting. So I'll open this with Kate. So, you know what? I'm a Chad. We'll open it with Neovan. So this is Minecraft type old blended noise. So we need to implement old blended noise. The smear factor is this. XZ factor is this. XZ factor is scale. Y factor, and so this is the base of how the nether's generated, but we actually don't care about that right now. What we care about is Shift X. Here it is, Shift X. We care about Shift X and Shift Z. These are shared by all of them. So let's look at Shift X. So this is type flat cache, and it takes in a cache 2D and a Minecraft Shift A and an offset. So I'm not really sure what this is telling me. But we know fundamentally XZ Shift is a flat cache. I don't know exactly what that means. Let's take a look at the source code, see if we can find anything for flat cache. So flat cache is a type of density function, it looks like. Alright. So what does flat cache do? It takes in a function and it wraps it with the input function. What does wrapping do? It takes in the type and a density function to be wrapped and a wrapper. String identified makes it codecified. Okay, Y clamped gradient sample. That clamp position, block pause. That clamped map. This dot from Y, this dot to Y, this dot from value. So we need to implement this stuff. No, Y clamped gradient. No, that's a separate thing. So this looks like it's literally just some sort of serializer, right? So we don't care. So for our purposes, we don't care. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoop. Undo. So for our purposes, we don't care about use. That's I. No, this is JSON. Okay, we can just ignore it. Argument. So what is it actually? What is it wrapping? So okay, so what flat cache looks like? It looks like to do some sort of wrapping thing. For cache 2D, this is the type. It's a cache 2D, and it takes in Minecraft Shift A and Minecraft Offset. So what is cache 2D? Is defined one time in the wrapper. Cache 2D. Okay, let's take a look at cache 2D. And here, static class type instruments wrapper. What do you do? Let's take a look. Totally not asking ChatGPT right now. This is some sort of piece of data to save it. So we actually don't care. So cache 2D basically caches data that is already up. We don't want to cache data. We don't care. Because we're not going to ever compute it again. Shift A is what we care about here. Shift A. Let's find Shift A. Shift A. Okay, Shift A. Density function types. Takes in some offset noise, so some sort of noise. And what does it do? Codec holder, don't care about the codec stuff. Sample, it returns this dot sample. Z0 and Z. So Shift A, just it's sample block pause.x, block pause.z, but it skips Y. So sample skips Y for Shift A. But it says this dot sample. What is this dot sample? Return this dot offset noise. So some sort of noise. Dot sample x times 0.25, y times 0.25, z times 0.25 plus 4. Okay. So we'll do Shift A 4. I like to do these comments. I do comment, and then I put it in strings just so that if I ever need to like go back, I can do shift, comment, string, and I can see all of the comments that I've made so I can find wherever I was. So offset noise, sample. So offset noise. What is offset noise? Noise is just noise. It's just some sort of noise function. Okay, let's take a look at you. What are you? What is noise? Noise data. It has some sort of double Perlin noise sampler. And it works by just sampling. Perfect. So we can write down in our thing, the double Perlin noise sampler is same as density function dot noise. So double Perlin noise sampler and density function dot noise are functionally equivalent. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream here. Like I said, I do this in 1 hour sprints. I prefer to do all this like by myself because like it takes a lot of focus. But you know, I want to give something to show because I haven't uploaded a video in 7 days. I just want to say, hey, you know what? I am actively working on this. I haven't just abandoned the project. Like, this is something I'm actively doing.